Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another body painting video. Today is going to be a little bit different because I actually am going to be doing a body paint on my live stream in about 30 minutes. And I thought, why not show you guys how I outline a body paint? Because outline is super important when it comes to painting clothing, characters. If you want to do like a chest paint, which is what I'm doing today, I found some things throughout the years that has made my outlining a little bit easier, and I kind of wanted to share that with you because it really is kind of the base step for body painting. You have to kind of have an outline of what you're putting where, and I'm pretty sure I found the perfect way to do it, so I wanted to share that with you. So let's just get right into the video. So I'm going to be doing Jeff from Marvel Rivals. I'll put a little picture here today. And I am obviously needing to draw out what Jeff looks like on my chest. So I am going to show you the product that you need. Okay, this is what you need. Before I tell you exactly what this is, let me talk about things that I have tried in the past, okay? When outlining, I have tried using eyeshadow by literally taking a brush and dipping it in an eyeshadow, like a dark brown or something, and then like applying it and keep dipping the brush and keep applying it. Issues with that: one, it takes a lot of work in the sense that you have to keep repeatedly dipping into it. Two, your lines are really thick and you don't really have room to add details to your outlines. It's just like blocky and really hard to navigate. A positive of that is it's easy to paint over though. I did try white paint where I took a thin brush and then used white paint. Similar issue in the sense that you have to keep like dipping back in and applying it. It's hard to cover because it also messes with your paint. So if you're outlining in white paint and then you paint over it in like red, that outline is going to end up pink and it's going to really kind of mess with the body paint. So that's not the best thing to use. I've used a white eyeliner pencil. Again, similar issue, not as intense in regards to messing with your body paint because it's a little bit more creamy, but I found that you could see the lines a lot underneath your body paints, and again, a little too thick. When you're doing an outline and you have like a lot of details that you want to do, it's important to find something that's like thin enough that you can create those lines and those details and it doesn't get lost and you're not like struggling to try to fill it in and stuff like that, which is where I found the best product that I've ever used for outlining. This is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. Okay, so this is for your eyebrows. I have used it for my eyebrows and it's great. But let me show you the brush of this, okay? Do you see how pointed that is and thin that is, okay? And I'm going to do this right here. Like, you can create the thinnest, like, you can do thick, you can do thin, look at that. You can do thin lines, and it's light enough that you can cover over it, and you're not going to see your lines underneath your paint. It also acts basically like a pencil. Think about like drawing on a notepad when you're sketching out a drawing. This is very similar to that. It creates kind of the same idea, and I found it the easiest to use in regards to being able to really sketch out what I want to draw. And you'll see that when I sketch out this little shark guy. So again, it's super thin. It's very like light in color. I have the lightest one. This one is in taupe. Actually, I think there's a blonde one, but I think the blonde one's a little too light because like I want to be able to see the outline. So I found that taupe for me was like the perfect color, but they do have various colors depending on your skin tone. Obviously, if you're a darker skin tone, you're going to want something a little bit darker so that you can see it. Similar to how I couldn't see blonde on my skin tone. So I used the color taupe, and it's just the way you're able to just sketch out a drawing. It's literally like taking a notepad and sketching out with a pencil. And this is why I found this to be the absolute... Why am I holding it like this? This is why I have found this to be the best way to sketch out a body paint. It runs about $9, so it's not too bad. It lasts for a long time. It is kind of a liquid consistency, so when you paint over it, it's not going to disturb the color at all because it's not like white or black. It just applies so easily. I will actually end up inserting a video clip of the body paint done so you can see what it ended up looking like today, but let's just sketch this out together real quick. when you are outlining anything, I learned something from Jordan Hans, who is a body painter, and she told me to look more at your reference photo. My reference photo is right here. Look more at your reference photo than what you're doing on your body. It's like 70% reference photo, 30% body, because you want to make sure it looks as close to it as you can. Okay, so I do sometimes struggle and have to wipe this off a couple of times because I want it to look right. I want the, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I want like the ratio. I don't know. I want it to look like it's supposed to fit here. So I'm gonna kind of keep him centered. I'm not gonna paint the whole like background. I'm just gonna add like water. I think we're gonna paint like just like a messy kind of water outside. I tend to start with the legs first. So again, I really want to make sure that I'm looking at the picture more. And the thing about the outline is it doesn't need to be so perfect. I just like to get obviously the generic placement of everything so that way I know what I'm doing. And that way when I paint, I'm able to just kind of fill it in like a coloring book and then obviously add details and stuff to make it look better. So, and you see how easy this is? It literally looks like a pencil. Man, this is just the absolute best product I have found to outline with. And I like to do like a generic outline first and then determine whether or not I like the placement of it, you know? Because sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see until like you take a step back and look at it. Fortunately for this, it's also really easy to remove. So if you do mess up, it's not like you're stuck trying to get it to come off of your body. It comes off so easily. So now we're at the top. And again, I'm going to try to get as close as I can. And it always it always looks so weird until you're able to like, add some details. Okay, so we have the generic shape of the shark. I'm actually pretty happy with where it's sat. I know it's a little bit more this way, but that's because of the tail and stuff. It's always going to be heavier on one side because of the way the character is designed. It has this whole tail thing happening. So then what I'll do is I don't like to get too detailed because I don't want to like overwhelm myself because a lot of the details comes with the painting, but I like to give a general idea of what's where. So Jeff has a collar, so I noticed that the collar starts about here. It ends about where this tail is, so I can kind of follow it this way. And we'll draw it up. See, okay, and another thing is if you do mess up, like right here where I kind of brought it too far up, it doesn't really matter because you're just going to paint over it. So don't, like, stress too much about that. Then his mouth. I do want to figure out his mouth. Because the mouth is, like, a really important part of this, and I want to make sure I give it enough room so that way I can, like, increase anything. So see, what I'm running into right now is the collar and the mouth. I think the collar is a little bit too thick. So I'm going to grab a towel real quick and we're going to fix it. Just like to take these makeup removing cloths. These are my favorite way to remove body paint. I highly recommend, like, look at that. It literally came off. This is another reason why this is great is because you just don't have to worry about having the line stuck and then you're constantly like you're like ripping at your skin trying to get it off. I'm telling you, this product is the best thing that you can use for outlining. Like, and I know I say a lot of things. Okay, I know I have a lot of things that I've talked about. If I had to recommend a product besides like body paint, it would probably be this. This has just changed the way that I'm able to draw out body paints, and it's helped me so much over the years that I've been using it. So we're going to fix his head a little bit. Okay, that feels maybe a little bit better. And then let's do... Okay, hold on. He has like such little tiny legs. Okay, so let's try the collar again. The collar sits like here. I think I need to make it a tiny bit thinner. And then I'm actually going to start with the bottom. This is his tongue. And again, just keep, like, you just want to make sure that you keep looking at your reference instead of just, like, looking at your body. Your reference is super, super important. Because then there's this nose right here. And this is kind of an interesting thing because there's, like, this shadow that happens right here. And then there's, like, this white nose. Okay. I know that that doesn't look great, but it gives me an idea of what's going to go where. And I'm somebody who I will put an outline, and then as I go, I will kind of, add a little bit, take a little bit away. But I'm able to get a generic outline of what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to paint Jeff. This is Jeff's outline. So what I actually am going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do my stream. By the way, if you want to come join, I do body paint during the week. There's a link in my bio and everything like that. If you want to come hang out with us, I think we're pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to do a body paint and then I will come back and I will show you what this ended up looking like. So I told you that I would film the end of this body paint. So this is how my little outline turned out. I just kind of wanted to show you guys how you could go from an outline as simple as that to then obviously being able to like fill it in and then create a body paint around it. This is obviously Jeff from Marble Rivals. So again, I just kind of wanted to show you from like beginning to end how it kind of works. And so you guys could see the finished product. If you did like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys have any more questions or anything, please leave them down below. A reminder that I do body paint stream 4 days a week over on a website that starts with a T and is purple. So if you guys would like to join me there, you can. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.